Hello everybody, welcome back to RR2. Today is episode 26 of the BattleBots Face-Offs tournament. So, if you don't know how this works, there are 4 robots each episode. They will all fight each other once. The 2 robots with the most points at the end will fight in the final. The winner of that final will go through the round of 32. To get points, you either win your battle by knockout, where you get 3. You win your battle by judge's decision, where you get 2, or you can lose your battle by judge's decision, where you still get 1. Starting things off, we have 2 old legends, Bronco against Senamayoshi. Let's get this battle going. I don't know if Bronco is actually a classic robot. I just think it was one of the older reboot robots, and it looks like it should be an older robot, really. Senamayoshi is, and I mean, even Senamayoshi kind of looks a bit newer than Bronco. Kind of looks like an old Sub-Zero. Right now, Senamayoshi, Bronco's already got quite a good flip, and that's the back wedge gone. That is not good. And there was a misflip. The back panel is vulnerable, and that was a huge hit. There's another tire gone. But that was a great time attack there. Senamayoshi on its head. Bronco's struggling to move though. Reverse back and taking a hit to the other side. Seems to be really struggling to move now. Bronco's missed a flip. Ah, nice shot there. Oh! Well, that's too good for Bronco. Almost eating itself then. Don't know if Bronco's still going. Whoa, we've got another huge flip. Managed to stay up then. So shoving the ball is taking even more damage. That flip has been wedged up. That is taking a lot of damage, Bronco. It's not very strong, really. Seems like everything else, the internals have survived quite well. Don't know why it's not moving. Oh. That is gonna be it. I don't think it. You can't even lift yourself up in the air anymore. Senamayoshi is destructive. Definitely a modern version of Senamayoshi. Oh, it's not a walker, so obviously it's the newer version of Senamayoshi, but that will be 3 points for Senamayoshi. Poor Bronco. Absolutely destroyed. Next up will be Pinch Point against 2 robots that I actually don't think were in BattleBots. But I'm still gonna use them here. Crash and Burn. So, Crash and Burn were actually not BattleBots, but they did apply. And they did not make it in because of COVID, because they're Canadian. But they were in robogames, and they actually beat Megabyte and That's Right, which is earlier Tombstone and Megabyte. But, I mean Gigabyte. And I think they count since they actually applied. And they've beaten BattleBots robots, or at least repainted BattleBots robots, so they count. Pinch Point was in, I need to clear my throat. Pinch Point was in the tryout thing. I forgot what it was called, but they were there, and I don't think they did very well, but they were there. Let's get this battle going. Straight away, both of them going at Pinch Point, getting underneath. They're very good against horizontal Crash and Burn because they're just wedges. That's literally all they are with flamethrowers. Definitely a bit outdated though. They wouldn't do very well now. Oh, that might be one of them gone already. Oh, that might be it for both of them. Pinch Point it's been pretty dominated actually until that hit. Pinch Point seems to be pretty stuck as well on its own little wedgelets at the back. Which I kind of like that design. It's a double spinner, because it's 2 spinners on top of each other with some nice wedgelets on the back. So it's semi-cool. I don't think it was ever actually on TV though. Neither were Crash and Burn. That is going to be a knockout win for Pinch Point and a good start. Didn't do too much damage, just knocked off all the tyres and got itself the win and 3 points. Next up will be one loser against one winner. Bronco against Pinch Point. So, a flipper versus a spinner should be a good battle. Really all I've got to say about this one. Let's get going. Right away, look at the damage done to the wheels. Bronco just, oh my goodness. That's just Bronco's biggest issue, and probably one of its only issues. Big flip there, and also that flip itself into its back. That's two pretty big issues. They both seem a bit stuck. Pinch Point on its wedgelet and Bronco. I don't think I need to explain how Bronco's struggling to move. Pinch Point still going for that wrong side though, but now Bronco is literally on top of it. Another good flip from Bronco. Bronco's still having some nice control even though it's lost most of its control. What even happened? That's gonna be a great flipper KO. I don't even know how that happened, but oh, that was brutal. That flipped. I didn't even know flippers could do damage, and it just sniped something important that caused the whole robot to die. That was not what I expected. Bronco gets a win and 3 points. How can you just basically lost 90% of your drive, or well, we had 2 wheels left, so actually do you have 3? Well, you lost half your drive then, and you still managed to get that great KO, so well done Bronco. Next up will be Sonoriachi against Crash and Burn. So Crash and Burn are back, and I think they could do decently well here as long as their wheels don't get sniped. If they do, then they're probably going to lose, but if they don't, maybe they'll win. Let's get this battle going. Straight away. I don't know why they didn't spawn next to each other. The Sonoriachi seems pretty confused and it's not spinning up. It's being pretty burned alive. I don't know if the spinner's actually working. I don't think that spinner's working. I think it's just been toyed with in the middle. I think it's just spinning in a circle, because I'm pretty sure that was Burn that's doing that. Crash is getting destroyed by the screws. I probably would not do that if I were you, Crash. Oh, it's self-right itself. Alright, maybe that wasn't the worst idea then. Don't really know what's going on here. Oh, there we go. And it's a huge hit. Took a while to get spinning up, but now it's awake. Whoa! That was a long fire trail. That was only Sanuta. That is some damage to the wedge on Crash. Burn, they're both in the head actually. And they're burning each other alive. Oh, maybe that was a way to self-right, but huge shots. Both of them lost a tyre from that. Oh, actually, I think they're both on a wheel. Sonoriachi's busy beating up the wall. Crash is somehow moving towards Sonoriachi. Sonoriachi not showing very good control. Not really hitting anyone except the wall. Neither the other two, they're not really doing anything. There we go. It wasn't even really spun up, it just sent it flying. Whoa! That is one of them gone straight out doing that, and the other one's still flying as well. I think it's dead as well. It's not moving out there. Oh, that's gonna make it really difficult. Yeah, it's not moving out there. Still don't know where Archie is stuck, but only has 50 seconds to get the KO. Did the tie go? Nope, the wheel is still there. Which means it's got 40 seconds to get the KO. There's a bit more of the wedge. It actually withstood it quite well, other than the one Uta. If you get your judge decision, you still get a few points to crash and burn. You're obviously going to lose it, but to be fair, you might actually win control, because Sonoriotchi's had no control. It's driven into the corner and it's got stuck. I mean, like, what is Sonoriotchi doing? Burn literally cannot move, so don't blame it for not showing good control right now. One hit to finish it off. Whoa, Sonoriotchi went a bit out of control with that hit. But it's gonna go to the judges, which means that obviously Sonoriotchi wins. But Crash and Burn are gonna get points. So well done, Crash and Burn. You're not going home with 0. Next up will be Bronco against Crash and Burn. So Crash and Burn back on, got to repair. So we've got a flipper versus the 2 spinners, and this is the only non-horizontal battle in this episode, because every other battle will involve a horizontal spinner except this one. So spinner-free break, and maybe these guys will be better against non-spinners. We'll see. Let's get this battle going. In real life, Crash and Burn are probably best against spinners. So it's kind of changing things. Right now, I think that one's Crash. Yeah, got underneath there. Got a nice shove. But Bronco absolutely sent it into the ceiling. They're only 30 kilograms each somehow, which means they're only 60 together. And look at that, 30 kilograms and doing that. It's quite impressive. It's not looking too good for Bronco. It's being pretty controlled right now. Managed to get off, but straight back to being underneath. Not looking good for Bronco. Crash and Burn been in nice control at the start of this battle. Well, Crash has. Burn has been on his head. Bronco just needs to get Crash in its head and then it can have a bit of control. Or just do that and maybe even KO it. Now they have one to the ceiling. Can it free its buddy? Nope. This might be it for Crash then. Burns one sent to the ceiling again. And I think, yep, Crash is gone. Stuck on the wall. Bronco's done a backflip. Where's Burn gone? Out of the arena. What a Uta. A backflip. And now it's out. Bronco. Oh no, Bronco's fine. Are you gonna count out Ben? I think you are. Yep. That is gonna be 3 points for Bronco. And yeah, well done. Somehow Pinch Point and Bronco got knockouts against Crash and Burn, but Sonoriotchi hasn't. Bit weird and confusing, but there we go. Next up, and the final battle before the final, unless there is a playoff, will be Sonoriotchi against Pinch Point. So here we have the 2 horizontals, and I actually don't know how this will go. I think both of these are quite durable. I expect Pinch Point to be quite durable. It looks quite durable. And I don't even know if Sonoriotchi can be hit. So I think this could be a full 3 minute just head-on-head spinner battle, which will be pretty cool. Let's get this battle going. This should be good. Both of these two haven't lost a battle yet, so this is going to be the one that decides it. Some more big hits. Pinch Point going in circles to start it off. I think a bit of the spinner's come off Sonoriotchi already. One of those red bits that connect it. Oh, a wedge bit's come off with Pinch Point. Pinch Point Spinner doesn't seem to be doing too much damage. Actually, Pinch Point did lose the battle, didn't it? Which means a win here would be nice. Sunny Watch hasn't lost the battle yet. Some nice hits here. Some more nice shots. But there's some smoke. I think that came off a Pinch Point. It's going to be pretty difficult to tell in this battle. But I think that one's pretty clearly Pinch Point. 2 minutes left, and right now it's just been hit after hit after hit. No real significant damage there against the wedge throw, but they seem like they can be fallen off pretty easily if you look how they connect. Sorry, I lost my voice there. Connected. There we go. It's just constant hits, but Pinch Point doesn't really seem to be doing much damage. There's the other wedge throw, just gone. Maybe Pinch Point's lost teeth on the spinner or something. That's why it isn't doing too much. Oh yeah, it's definitely lost most of that spinner now. So I think it has lost the spinner. Big spin there, and another one. Good battle between these two. Not overly one-sided, but still pretty one-sided. Pinch Point putting up a good fight, but Tomodachi is just a very difficult robot to do anything against, unless you're like a vertical spinner with a wedge, where you might be able to just send it in the air. These are just some big hits. Pinch Point seems to be doing a bit better now, sending it into the screws, going on top of it, and now it's being controlled. Oh, that may have actually worked out for Sonowayoshi, because now it's getting control points and goes to judges. That is going to change the battle around though. If Sonowayoshi can stuff right, it probably won't change it around much, but if it can't, that's not good. It's not winning many control points right now, Sonowayoshi. It's not getting any points, and right now Pinch Point is. Not really doing much damage though, is it? Having quite a bit of control though, but that is going to be it. One, and that's the end of it, and I am actually going to have to go into the judge decision criteria there. So, for damage, probably 4-1, because it's a max of 5 points for damage, and I think that Sonowayoshi did a lot of damage, but it did take a little bit of damage, so 4-1 there. And then for control, I kind of think that no, actually. Well, do I? This control and aggression are difficult. They both have a max of 3 points. And I don't know if it's 2-1 to Sonowayoshi, 2-1 to Pinch Point. I think at the end there kind of wins it for Pinch Point, so I'm going to say 2-1 to Pinch Point. But there was that one time where it had that pretty nice shove. So I think just about Pinch Point at the end there. But barely. And I think aggression probably also 2-1 Pinch Point. They seem to be a bit more aggressive. They seem to just keep on running into Sonowayoshi while it kind of just stood still. So probably 2-1 there. That still makes it 5-6 to Sonowayoshi. So Sonowayoshi gets the 2 points and the win. And now it's time to tally up the points. So, starting off with Bronco, who got knocked out in its first battle. Then he got 2 knockout wins, which puts it on 6. Well done. Then there is Sonowayoshi, which got 1 knockout and 2 judge decisions, which puts it on 7. 1 of a Bronco. Then there was Pinch Point, which got 1 knockout and 1 judge decision loss, which puts it on 4. Well done, Pinch Point. And then there is Crash and Burn, which got knocked out twice and lost 1 judge decision, which puts them on 1 point, which at least they didn't get 0. Which means the final is Bronco against Sonowayoshi, which is kind of what I expected. And I think this is probably the most one-sided battle of this whole thing, except some of the Crash and Burn battles. and now we've got to see it again. So maybe Bronco will be able to do something this time. Let's get to this final right now. So this time, Bronco has actually put on some top armor. That'll hopefully protect the top panels a bit more, the flipper a bit more, and maybe even those wheels, just a little bit. So hopefully that will help out against Tsunoriachi. Let's get this final going. Not many episodes to go, so only a few more finalists will be let through. Bronco will be losing a wheel, getting a good flip in retaliation, but taking some damage to the flipper. That is not good. It's quite straightforward. I don't really know how it's going to close it without... No, it's still not closed. Oh no. Bronco might not be too good here. This is his chance to get a flip, and it can't because it's not on the floor. Tsunoriachi not spinning up though. Bronco doing nice to stop it from spinning up, even without that flipper being there, but that was not too good then. Tsunoriachi not getting a chance to spin up. Both weapons are kind of not in it then right now. That's not good. Tsunoriachi's back in it now. And it's done some more damage, and the flipper's still wedged up from though. How is it still up? There's the side panel gone. The top armor panels don't seem to be doing much. I don't know if Bronco's still moving. I think that hit might have just completely destroyed it. The flipper is still wedged up. There you go, it's back on the floor, but I think it's too late now. I think it just lost that side panel and then got stuff torn out of it. That really mattered. Whoa, Tsunoriachi sent flying though. I don't think it has any CO2 left though. So I think that might be where it dies. It's a nice dancing there. But this is not good anymore. Tsunoriachi. Bronco actually started off decently, but got worse and worse as it went on. Now it's just being absolutely destroyed. I am planning on doing a second place tournament though. Just for all those robots that I feel like could have gotten to the bracket at 32 and didn't. So all the robots that got second place in their episodes. Which is Bronco being it. Along with the 31 other second places. And yeah, well done Tsunoriachi for winning this one. You'll be into the main competition, Tsunoriachi, and Bronco will be into the little side one. It doesn't really matter much, but it will a little bit. Thank you guys for watching. Hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you guys next time. Goodbye.